Okay, so here's Patrick Ferris and Jacob Faulkner, and half of the Americans with Gospel Roads.
Lift him up, that's all. Whistled as he filled his old suitcase. I threw my crutches in the trunk, sealed the oils, packed it all away. Every crossroad looked alike to me in the poor towns where we drove. Just a dusty country highway, but my father called them gospel roads. When he raised his voice, they'd fall silent as if called by name. And he spoke of people long ago, living places far away. We'd shield them like the carnival, the old and the young. Turn their pockets inside out, blessed our hearts for doing what we'd done. We brightened up their faces, once weary and forlorn. They discovered but a clever scheme where visions of their hopeful dreams were born. And I put my hand in his, and it was time to go. We'd strike a tent and kick up dust all the way back up that gospel. He'd send down his brand new boots, and I'd read aloud his sermon. We drove all the way to Arkansas on other people's money that we'd turned. My father used to warn them, one day it'll all fall apart. Now that I know it to be true, I wonder if for once he was speaking from his heart. When the day came to bury him, I had a chance to start anew. But you stick to what you know, I took to his once I'd outgrown my Sunday suit. I pulled up my grieving roots before they had a chance to grow. I cut him from my memory and I drove east and some old gospel road. Fire of greed burns so richly in the torches on the walls. You can't take your eyes off it, even as your castle falls. And I know my loving mother raised me better than that. I used to wonder why she bothered. The whole world looked so much brighter from where she sat. table in the small room at the end of the hall, where I learned many a fable, all to do with righteousness and law. I can't take my mind off it, and each night ends alone. I see her face among the souls I sold on a heaven that I'll never know. Now when I drive down those old gospel roads, I feel closer to those tales of sin, seldom understood but often told. Lift him up, that's all. It's all that I know. But the game's played out and every door's been boarded up along those gospel roads.
Oh my God, that's just beautiful. That is sensational. That's just beautiful to listen to. That's Gospel Roads with Patrick Ferris and Jake Faulkner, half of the Americans.